So the Seattle control panel is in most of the motorhomes. We're in a Bailey 4-berth 764. It's usually accompanied by the iNet control panel, which works the boiler as well. So we're just going to give you a quick spin through how to operate the main control panel. So if we start on the left hand side, you'll see the big button, and that is basically the on-off button for the whole thing. And as soon as you hit it, you see master on. You'll notice the time comes up, and you've also got a little symbol above it which indicates that the electric hookup cable is plugged into the van. So if I've turned it on, you'll see the two buttons up and down on the left hand side. If you work your way down through that menu, you will see various levels indicated. So that's your fresh water. Next, you've got your waste level showing 0 because it's empty of any grey water at the moment. Then we've got user settings, who advise you don't get involved in those. What's the temperature inside the van? 12 degrees, overcast, quite chilly. Next, we've got the battery. So again, not too much to worry about there. Now this leisure battery amps basically shows what amount of current you are pulling through the leisure battery. Now, as you can see, it says 0.0 because we are plugged into the mains on the electric hookup cable. So if we go down one more, that is again the strength of the charge in the leisure battery, and again, because we're plugged in, it will show you the full voltage of the battery. Nicky, if you jump out and just pull the cable out for a second. Once you pull the cable out, you'll then be able to see, if we go, you see it's immediately dropped to 13.6 volts, which is the true level of the battery. And because we've pulled it out, we now need to reset that by pressing the enter button. And then now, as you can see, the leisure battery amps is at 4.4 amps. We're not plugged in anymore, and therefore we are now pulling current through the van because we've got things like the lights on, etc. So we've now plugged back in again. As you can see, it's jumped back up. If you keep going down, you're then back to the home screen again. So that is the up and down arrows on the left hand side. If you then see the arrow button that Nicky's pointing to, that is the enter button, as it were. And to the right of that, there is a little tap sign, and that basically turns your tap or your pump on and off in the vehicle. So if you need water pressure and you need the taps to work, that's what you've got to press. In this particular one, you'll also see a P appears. Now that's P for pump, so the pump is now on. Next one along, that is your main light switch. So that is basically an ability you've got to kill all the lights in one go in the vehicle. And the last button outside there is the awning light. So just outside the door, you've got a light above the door there, so that's on, and you can turn it off. There we go, off.